Hello, I'm Karis Evans and welcome to Sign 7 News, bringing you the latest stories from the last week in the sign and wide format print industries. This week, Talon expands out-of-home work into Ireland, brightening up the town with Drytac and HP, Imageco brings sustainability to the forefront, and FESPA reignites live expos in Europe. First, out-of-home specialist Talon Outdoor has built on its international operations with the purchase of Kinetic Ireland. One of Ireland's biggest out-of-home companies, Kinetic had already worked with Talon for several years. Talon sees the acquisition as part of its ongoing global growth, which will allow it to bring its digital engagement, smart planning and proprietary technology to new markets. Next, Canadian large format print company Creative Silhouettes produced a range of colourful graphics using the HP Latex R1000 printer and materials from Drytac as part of a project to bring new life to an area of Toronto in Canada. The project meant transferring the work of artist Hello Kirsten onto 12 solid marble benches at the busy city intersection to brighten up the area. Now, recently, we spoke to Managing Director of Imageco, Nathan Swinson-Bullough, about his company's wins at the British Sign Awards and the UK Graphic Awards. This week, we hear about the bold initiatives the company has undertaken in the past year and its ever-evolving commitment to green solutions and sustainability.
Yeah, Imageco, we've got social responsibility as well. We like to employ local people from, we've got a good apprenticeship scheme where we've got apprentices now who have become juniors. And then we're big fans of sports, sponsoring sports awards in Leeds, sponsor sports clubs. Anybody who needs, kit sponsor, things like that, we're always willing. We're sponsors of Leeds United Business Club, which is very close to our hearts. We like to give back to the community, and on the back of that, we've also set up the Indie Initiative, which is basically giving something back, using our services into the community of someone who needs it. We acknowledge that a lot of the independent shops around Leeds, it's quite sided that a lot's closed down, and some of the big guns have as well. But especially the smaller businesses took obviously a really hard impact, and we just wanted to give something back, maybe a signage refresh, an interior revamp to those that need it. And I always said this, it's not a business thing. It started off as a personal thing, it goes beyond print and what's happening in print. There's the world out there. You've got to see what's happening, with the climate change. It affects every single industry. And I acknowledged that a few years ago, that as a business owner, the owner of Imageco, I had to do something to change it. We're working with suppliers like Hewlett-Packard, there's Drytac, people like that. They've been really innovative, and they're definitely trying to change the way to support us and to support, our clients as well. So it goes from the top, such as Adidas, people like that. You see more and more sustainable shop fronts, shop windows, POS. And for print to thrive into the future, it has to be, become more circular and more sustainable. Some of these materials, they're PVC free. Just print them PVC free doesn't mean you're sustainable. It's far from it. You've got everything else, your scope and emissions from the buildings, your power, your transport, everything like that. So it goes so far beyond just material. But it's also what we do, behind the scenes with, the solar installation. I think we've £150,000 investment over the last 12 months during the pandemic, which was frightening. But we kind of saw, assuming we came out the pandemic okay, we saw a return on investment, especially into the power savings over the next 5 years, and everything. Even I drive an electric car now, and trying to change my way as best I can. And also as part of the FESPA board as well now, I'm kind of sustainability lead with Nick Kirby of Swanline, and we're there to to advise new members and those that might not have find it quite scary. Where do you start? So we're there, just for a phone call, a chat, to advise. We're not going to hide anything what we've done. We've got our customers, everyone's got their customers, but there's ways to do things that can be done to make things more sustainable.
And finally, after a 2-year gap, FESPA Global Print Expo recently returned to the global stage alongside the European Sign Expo. 54% of visitors were visiting the events for the first time, with 44% being business owners or directors, demonstrating the increased sales potential for exhibitors. Highlights included the Wrap Masters competition, which saw competitors fight it out for the title of Wrap Master Europe 2021. That's all for this week's Sign 7 news, but for now you can stay up to date with all the news in the industry at signlink.co.uk. View much more video content over on our Sign 7 News YouTube channel, or join in with the conversation on Twitter and LinkedIn. We'll see you next week.